KSI, Mr. Beast, and Logan Paul have announced they were teaming up and launching a new food product called Lunchly.
Wait, this guy has 13 million subs?
To compete
Holy
with the
cow.
uber-popular
Holy
kids
cow.
brand Lunchables. And the reception has been less than stellar. Many creators took to social media to criticize the product and the creators themselves. Logan and Jimmy were quick to push back on the critics with their own posts, and in the process created newsworthy headlines like,
YouTube stars are coming for your kids' lunch. It's a move that has Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI teaming up to take on Lunchables.
And I usually don't make videos discussing creators' products. But
Wait, bro, how has Lunchables actually dominated this market for so long, though? Has anyone even tried to, like, pass
when
them?
terms like healthier or better for you get tossed around, I feel it's important to set the record straight. So, in the spirit of avoiding personal attacks, let's take a look at the science of Lunchly, including a true issue with their kits. I don't think anyone has
What do you mean? You can find Lunchables in pretty much any store you go to, even lots of gas stations. Like, they're everywhere, bro.
pointed out yet. For those who may not know,
Thank you, Outbreak, for the tier 1, man.
Lunchables are basically these pre-packaged, do-it-yourself meal kits. They've usually got things like
Kid
crackers,
cuisine.
deli meats, cheeses, treats, and come with a little drink. And since their inception, they've been super popular with kids. However, it's been known, especially by experts, that while these kits are fun and tasty, their nutritional value is just not good. They're often too high in sodium, saturated fat, and added sugars, and don't use healthy whole food ingredients. And because they fall into the category of ultra-processed foods, they aren't healthy to consume often, period. Studies actually show that those consuming high amounts of UPFs can have up to 50% higher risk of developing obesity, and some specific UPFs are linked to increases in cancer. I see it even in my clinic. So many of my pediatric patients are over-consuming UPFs, and it's becoming a growing problem across the country. Consumer Reports even dedicated a special feature highlighting the problems with Lunchables and why they shouldn't
It contained lead? What?
consumed regularly due to health risks. My own take on Lunchables, I don't recommend parents pack them for their kids on a daily basis. A low-quality food with poor nutritional value. But now what about Lunchly? Starting with the first claim, in the press release
I
announced
wonder how many parents out there actually, like, unironically, every time their kid goes to fucking school, they just put a Lunchable in their backpack. Like, here's lunch, honey.
the product, Logan Paul was quoted as saying Lunchly is a healthier alternative and that it's a better for you lunch option compared to Lunchables. In fact, throughout the Lunchly website and the social media promo posts, you'll see countless comparisons being made to Lunchables. To be honest, some of the comparisons are kind of cringe and don't make much sense to me, but maybe that's because I'm not the target demo. Flavorful combos versus standard picks? The meal kit combos are nearly identical to Lunchables.
Yeah, but
Big
it's marketing.
gestures versus mid moments. I certainly don't remember that lesson in my nutrition classes.
Marketing.
I was more concerned with the nutritional comparisons being made anyway. So if someone was to make a healthy meal kit for kids, I would find that incredibly valuable. And in looking in the comparison,
Yeah, but
I'd
that's
be
a treat, Jordan. Everyone had Lunchables as like a treat and shit kind of thing. It wasn't like the actual lunch.
interested in calories, which they have, protein, which they have, sugar, which they have, saturated fat, which is missing, and sodium, which is not only missing, but replaced by electrolytes. And
Okay.
unlike all the other macros, is only labeled potassium and only in the prime bottle in the kit, comparing it to the Capri Sun in the Lunchables. This is a pretty weird marketing choice to label electrolytes in food products. It's such a strange choice that it even stunned fellow doctor Brian Suterer, who tweeted,
Sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day.
and then sadly was ashamed to see Logan attack instead of starting a meaningful dialogue with the doctor, given that 400 milligrams is not the amount of electrolytes in prime, at least in the image that Logan shared. 400 milligrams of potassium plus 5 milligrams of sodium equals 405 milligrams of electrolytes. It's not about nitpicking, it's just about being reasonable and honest to help further the conversation. Look, if I want to decide if a food is right for me, I like to be able to compare the entire electrolyte profile, which would have to include sodium. It's like having a PB&J sandwich label that says what's in the sandwich, you know, protein.
Psychopaths marketing this stuff to kids? Bro, the thing is that I disagree with about, like, marketing this to kids. Bro, no 8-year-old is going to Target and buying this by themselves. The parent walks in with the kid and buys the thing for them. It's literally the parents. You cannot fucking blame a child for wanting to eat this. Sure, but the parent has to consciously give them the money and purchase it for them. I think we need to stop, like, okay, they're marketing it to kids. Mommy, can I get a Lunchable? No, shut the fuck up. Bro, be a good parent. That's what it comes down to. It's not the fucking, like... Bro, they, like... I think the marketing to kids thing, sure, it is, you could say it's bad, but the parent still has to go do it.
Protein, fats, calories.
Victim blaming?
But then the sugar line only tells you what's in the peanut butter as opposed to the jelly in the entire sandwich.
Fuck, dude, the marketing of this fucking Lunchable is so good, I can't stop buying them for my kids. My kid's getting so fat, I just can't stop, dude.
I wanted to go further and do the comparisons myself using the nutrition facts from the Lunchables and Lunchly websites, and it's honestly really hard to draw perfectly clear conclusions.
Oh, we know how bad. I know there's bad parents out there, dude. Everyone knows there's bad parents out there. The problem is like everyone thinks they're the good parent and like nobody, you know, like you're never the person doing anything wrong. It's always the other people. Everyone thinks they're smarter or the good one.
For several reasons. One, I don't have nutrition facts for each part.
So you're saying I could market cigarettes to kids and their parents would buy them? I mean, you could use one extreme, sure, but cigarettes are literally not allowed to be smoked by children. But yeah, stuff like spritz, like I don't even remember the fucking brand. You guys know the really popular fucking brand of alcohol. God damn it. E-cigs are marketed to people that are younger. Those fucking tasty alcohol fucking White Claws, bro. White Claws are marketed to young people. Yeah, man. It's all done. Whether it's like... It's all done like that, dude, for sure. And they 100% know what they're doing. I'm on your side, it's on the parents? Yeah. Yeah.
Kids. For example, how many calories come from Feastables versus the food component? Second, some of the portion sizes aren't the same. The turkey cracker kit from Lunchables is 82 grams, while Lunchly's is 72 grams. 3, there are so many varieties of Lunchables that just swapping out the flavor of Capri Sun caused significant differences in sugar and calorie content. What I was able to conclude is that Lunchly has less sugar and therefore less calories than Lunchables in comparable kits. That's probably due to the drink component of the kit, as Capri Sun uses sugar and Prime is artificially sweetened. Lunchly has significantly more potassium than Lunchables because of the Prime drink, which I guess is good, but not something I'd regularly use in deciding if a food is an ideal lunch for a kid. Lunchly has slightly less soda.
Bro, you shouldn't be drinking fucking Prime and fucking, what's it called, Capri Suns every day at lunch anyway, like as a child.
Sodium and saturated fat than comparable lunch.
With the fucking chocolate and some chips. Bro, this is like one of the worst lunches. Like, this is probably one of the worst lunches you could ever give to your child. Like, straight up, this right here is probably, like, completely... It's chips with fake cheese, a fucking drink with all the sugar, processed food, and then you got real sugar. It's like, bro...
That's definitely moving in the right direction. However, both differences were fairly small. Lunchly does use real cheese as opposed to cheese product, signaling that at least one ingredient is less processed than in Lunchables. But the entirety of the kit is
your kid's ideal lunch. I mean, we could get all into that, but there's a lot of different things you could feed a child that people are going to argue what's healthy or not. But I think we can all agree that this is fucking stupid to feed them this every day.
Considered ultra-processed meal. Lunchly has higher amounts of A and B vitamins, which can be good, but also can be problematic as vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, and kids can easily overconsume it, leading to toxicity. Being that it's fat-soluble means that you can't just urinate excess out. This has actually been raised as an issue by experts with Prime in general. Despite these legitimate upgrades, social media posts are slamming Lunchly for not being perfect. But Lunchly does not need to be perfect to be valuable for kids. It just needs to be significantly healthier in order to reduce risk.
Jonesy, thank you for the Prime, dude.
As a doctor, I use risk reduction all the time, essentially taking something harmful and replacing it with something less harmful, but still imperfect. As an example, I would never recommend starting vaping, but getting someone to replace smoking cigarettes with vaping is generally a good step down in terms of health risk. Knowing all that, is it fair to say that Lunchly is healthier? I guess one can say yes, but honestly, probably more so as a marketing tactic. The reason why? Well, let's look at the recently passed nutrition standards set forth by the USDA for school lunches and see how Lunchly compares. Going line by line here. Less than 10% of calories should come from saturated fat. Lunchly turkey, 23% of calories come from saturated
Oh,
fat.
no.
Less than 10% of calories should come from added sugars. Lunchly turkey, 10.4.
Oh, almost.
This is where things get really interesting, and for some reason, no one has pointed this out.
Where's the added sugar in the chocolate or something? Because the drink is sugar-free. So what do they add sugar to the fucking processed meat or something? Like,
You see, USDA caloric guidelines say that a lunch meal for kids K through 8 should contain around 625 calories. Kids need energy to function, and calories give them that energy. Lunchly turkey contains only 230 calories, which would mean a kid would need to eat about 2.7 portions to consume enough calories.
And if they did that, they'd get nearly 1,300 milligrams of sodium.
Which is also significantly over the USDA standards. So they'd be either under eating calories or overeating sodium. Finally, the grain guidelines state that 80% of lunch
just
meals
drink
must
more water.
be whole grain, and Lunchly turkey does not list any whole grain ingredients. It's clear Lunchly, just like Lunchables, misses the mark too many times to be considered meaningfully healthier, at least in my opinion. That being said, I do think many criticisms pointed
that
at
kid eats a lot of Lunchables, bro.
Logan, KSI, and Jimmy are unfair. Attacking them for trying to create a successful influencer product isn't inherently problematic. I just think if a company was truly interested in creating a healthier lunch kit for kids, the USDA standard should be the minimum starting requirement.
Bro, obviously they're not. Everyone knows it. They're in it to make money. Prime's not healthy. They're making money. This shit is so stupid.
Otherwise, we're simply...
People are fucking so stupid, man. It's just marketing. It's not healthier. If you still fall for basic marketing, like, for example, fucking frosted wheat, whatever those fucking wheats with frosting on it, and you think it's good for breakfast still, you're a fucking idiot. It's not good for you. The government... Okay, dude, yeah, dude, you should have one serving of cereal for breakfast. Go eat your fucking Lucky Charms. Oh my God. If you still think it's good, like, at this point, you can't be helped.
Propagating the problem even further. One of my hopes is that in navigating
It's fucking dessert.
future feedback on this company, the guys hire a health professional to guide them in making messaging more accurate. I just saw someone ask about heavy metal contamination, and Logan responded with a video of an X-ray machine checking for foreign materials.
What? What? Wait, what?
That checks for stray objects accidentally getting into the meals, not heavy metal contaminations like we discussed earlier with Lunchables and lead. And saying a food has more electrolytes, therefore it must be better or healthier, is just not true. Foods
What did he tweet? Lunchables sell hundreds of millions of units. Countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. Do they actually use real fucking cheese? And who, bro, calories, people talking about like eating healthy and only talking about calories is so annoying, bro. It's so fucking annoying. Calories are like the biggest misconception. Calories aren't always unhealthy. Just because you eat low calories, it doesn't mean you're eating healthy. Same if you eat a lot of calories. You could eat a lot of healthy foods, but like, oh man, it's like people just fall for these stupid fucking schemes, man.
Food has more electrolytes, therefore it must be better or healthier. It's just not true. Foods with an incredibly high sodium content and electrolyte are not considered particularly healthy. In fact, many are considered unhealthy for that reason. I can't expect non-medical people to get this perfect, but if you're gonna stand by a children's food product being healthy, you need to hold your messaging to a higher standard. Eating a diet full of UPFs can lead to weight gain. Click here to see the harsh reality of life at 800 pounds, and as always, stay happy.
I mean, look at protein, the rest doesn't matter. It matters. I mean, dude, just look at it. The way you have to see Lunchables and Lunchly is it's just a dessert. Like, your kid wants to have a Lunchable while you're watching a movie with them at night, you know, by all means, fucking have it, but don't give it to them every day at lunch. That's just lazy. And honestly, that's just you're a bad parent. Like, you need to cook them like whole foods, dude. It's a growing boy.